Alright, what's up guys? Your coaches Beth and Breeza taking you through a resistance band workout. So what you'll need is one of these guys or two if you've got one, obviously a heavy and a light, but if you've only got one, don't stress, we will show you how to regress and progress each movement as we roll through. Breeza's going to take you through how the workout is structured today and your first component.
Awesome. Thanks, Beth. All right, guys, so the way we're going to structure this workout is it's 50 seconds on, 10 seconds to recover, and we're going through 3 rounds of each component. There are 4 components. Component 1, legs dominant. Component 2, upper body. 3, legs again, and then we finish off with some upper body. Okay, so are we ready to get into it?
Yeah.
Okay, movement number 1 for our first component. I'm going to demo with the lighter band here. First movement that we're starting with is a front squat. So with the resistance band, you want to set your feet up, hip width apart, maybe slightly wider. And then you want to bring your hands up on the top end of that band and elbows up nice and high. So as you're in that front rack position, we're then starting into our squat, leading with those hips and then drive through with those glutes, keeping that chest up, elbows up for the entire movement for your 50 seconds worth of front squats. Movement number 2, you can drop your band. We're going into a forward lunge, okay? So really control stepping forward, drive that foot into the ground, knee over toe, then pushing back, okay? Big long step with the other, knee kisses the ground, controlling into that next step, okay? Don't need the resistance down on that one. And our final movement that we're going into is our lateral step. You're placing your feet on top of the bands again, starting hip width apart. You're going to cross over the bands at the hips, okay? So cross them over, drive your hands, shoulders back, hips back as well. And you're going to go big step left, big step right. With these lateral steps here, we want to keep the bands apart, knees apart, and hips open. And every step you take, you should feel your glutes really lining up, okay? So 50 seconds on, 10 seconds to recover, 3 rounds through, alternating between A, B, and C. And we're going to work through it together. Are we ready to go?
Yeah.
Fantastic. All right, so get your bands ready. Remember our first movement, the front squat. Okay. We've got going in 5 seconds, elbows up, chest up, feet set. 3, 2, 1. Here we go. Coming down, squeeze and drive up. There's no rush as we go into that squat to get down there fast. I want you to think about getting down there almost as slow as you possibly can, keeping those glutes engaged, and then you can really explode and drive up through those heels. Good. Keep those elbows up, try not to allow your chest to fall forward, and keep it proud. Nice work, guys. You're already almost there. You've got 20 seconds to go here.
This is a harmonic beat.
Get back and down. Get that midsection drawn in. Really good start. 5 more. 4, 2, and 1. Good work. Finishing off that rep. All right, 10 seconds to recover. We're going into our forward lunge here. Keep those hips steady as we take that step in. 3, 2, 1. Here we go. Pushing up and back as we plan it back to the start. Core nice and tight, loading down, driving through that front leg. Nice. And I'll just show you also side on where that back knee should land. Should be just behind and below that back hip. So not too far, also if you're a bit too narrow, all right, you'll see your knees directly underneath the hip and a little bit in front. Make sure you've got a nice long step. Okay, you guys have 15 seconds to go. You keep pushing through that front leg, that midsection tight, drive up and back. Use your glutes, use your quads, get that push, get that fire. 2 and 1. Grab your bands. Got our lateral steps. Bands underneath the arches, cross it over, hands at the hips. 3 lateral steps, 2, 1, here we go. Big to bigger. Nice. Push those hips back and down. Pretty instantly if your knees are pushing outwards and your glutes are engaged pretty much all through that back line and through the lateral part of your glutes and your quads, you will start to feel it. So Take that nice big step, knees apart, shoulders back, posture's everything here. Should be starting to feel that burn. 15 seconds in.
Definitely feeling it.
Take your time. If you want a little bit more tension, all right, go lower on the bands. If it's a bit much, release. 2, 1, great work. All right, untangle. Going into our front squats. Set those feet up again, make sure they're fixed. Heels are fixed down to the ground. Front squats, here we go. Control down, squeeze those glutes and drive back up again. Nice little integrated warm up here as well. Starting with these full body, lower body movements. Although yes, we are targeting specifically our glutes. Should be drawing in your midsection, keeping your shoulders back, light up through the torso to help you out through these movements. And then as we flow through the entire workout, all right, you should feel pretty completed by the end of it. Keep those glutes really, really tight. Push those hips back, get that chest open. 10 seconds to go.
Green.
4, 3, 2, 1. Well done. All right, we're going to our forward lunge now. Make sure you got that space. Rock out through the shoulders. 3, 2, 1. Here we go. Alternating between left and right. Good. Keep that chest really, really proud. And as you're open through the chest, your torso might be slightly hinged over that thigh so that you can really load through that front leg. All right, actually not too upright. We're going to maximize that glute engagement and quad engagement. Slight lean forward while staying proud. 15 seconds to go now. Keep that front heel down as we push back up to that standing position. Draw the belly button in. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Nice work. All right, grab those bands. We've got our lateral steps. Set those feet over. Cross it over. 3, 2, 1. Here we go. Pin your hands by your hips. Draw out through the chest. Draw the shoulder blades back. Elbows back. Big step. Left to right. Stay low. This really is the burner out of all 3 of these movements.
Love it.
There is absolutely no rush though. 25 seconds down, 20 to go. Doing well. Don't let those knees cave in. Open up. Draw them apart. 12 seconds now. Open up the chest. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Nice work. Into our front squats. Third and final round of our first component. Elbows up, underneath the arches, toes slightly pointed out. Here we go, 50 seconds, front squats. Good, keep that chest lifted, everyone. How you doing, Beth?
Good. Burning. My glutes are on fire.
Yeah. Must be working them well. Good, keep your weight sinking back into your heels. If you're noticing this burn mainly through your quads, start to feel that mind muscle connection, and then be aware, like, are you distributing your weight through your toes or are you sinking back into your heels? Because that will be a huge factor as to whether you're using your glutes for these squats or being quad dominant on it. 3, 2, 1. All right. Second last movement for our first component. We're going to our forward lunges. 3, 2, 1. Let's go. Big step forward. Find your balance, find your stability. Kiss the ground or hover if you need. Good. Get that midsection nice and tight. Doing really well, guys. Keep working through. Good. Fix that front heel onto the ground. Drive it through. Drive through the glutes. Drive through the quads. Well, we've got 20 seconds to go. Keep pushing it through each step. Drive a little bit more. Engage your core a little bit more as well. 10 seconds now. Don't stop. All the way through for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Nice. All right, final movement.
All right, I'm
Grab
ready.
those bands. This is a bully out of water. Cross it over at the hips. 3, 2, 1. Here we go. All right, off to a really good start. Remember, if you're finding them a bit easier, bring those hands down the bands. You make it a little bit more tension, a little bit harder for yourself. Otherwise, if you're finding it incredibly challenging at the band that you're on, all right, release a little bit. But shoulders back, hips back. And the further back you push your bum, the more glutes you'll start to engage, and you'll take that load out of the quads. 20 seconds to go now. Don't stop on me. We're in it together. 10 seconds, let's go.
Come on, guys.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Great stuff, guys. Component 1 completed. All right, Beth is going to work you through
Our next component.
Awesome. Beth is going to take you through our next component. All right, what have we got now?
Alrighty, here's your other band.
Need that.
Alright guys, so now we are moving to our upper body. You'd all be happy to hear. We've got our 3 exercises. So our first one is our kneeling overhead press. So you want to get down into a kneeling position. Make sure your knees are obviously on the band. Alright, we're going to sit up onto off our heels. Then from there, guys, I want you to think about really engaging through that core. Alright, make sure you're not arching through your back. And then we're going to drive the band directly overhead, working through those shoulders. Alright, so retract through the shoulder blades, drive up, squeeze through those shoulders, control it down. Then from there, guys, going into a bent over row. So 2 feet, you want to double your band over, or you can choose your heavier band if you've got one. Feet about hip width apart or just a little bit narrower. Shoulders down and back, and we're going to drive the elbows up and really squeeze through those lats. You want to make sure you keep a nice neutral spine, all right, through this movement. Keep that belly on nice and tight as well. Then from there, guys, we are standing on just the single band, all right, and we're going into a supinated bicep curl. So you want your palms facing up towards the ceiling, elbows tucked in nice and close to the body. Again, shoulders down and back, chest up. And then we're coming into that bicep curl. Again, keeping all these movements nice and controlled, making sure that you're really focusing on squeezing where you're meant to feel it, all right? Mind to muscle connection is everything here. All right, ready to go?
Ready to go.
Awesome. So, again, guys, we're going for 3 rounds through, 50 seconds on, 10 seconds rest in between. Going in 10 seconds, guys. So starting in your kneeling position. So knees on the band. All right, up to that front rack position. And 3, 2, 1, let's go. So drive it up, squeeze through those shoulders, guys. Remember, keep that core on the whole time. You don't want to be arching through our lower back at all. If you want to get more out of this exercise, you can stand up and put your feet on the band. Otherwise, just stay here with us, depending on what or how heavy your resistance band is. Good. So up and squeeze through those shoulders, control it down. Good, elbows nice and close to the ears on that extension. Good, guys, we've got 10 more seconds here, then we're going into our bent over row. 5 seconds, 3, 2, and time. 10 seconds to change over, going straight into our bent over row here, guys. So we're working more through our back and posterior chain. 2, 1. So shoulders down and back, drive it up. Keep those elbows nice and close to the body. Really squeeze through those lats, control it back down. Reset in between each rep if you need to. Just bring those shoulder blades away, or the shoulders away from the ears. Up and squeeze, guys. Again, you can be going for your heavier band if you've got one available here. It's really up to you guys. Or you can just really slow it down on the downwards phase there. Whew. I'm sweating already.
Yeah.
Good guys, we've got 10 seconds. We're driving those elbows up, squeeze through those lats. 5 seconds. 3, 2, and time. All right, we're coming into our bicep curl here. Remember, in our supinated position. So feet on the bands, going in 2, 1, and let's go. Really pause and squeeze through those biceps. Fully extend all the way down. Good, keep those elbows nice and close to the body. Shoulders down and back, keep that chest up. Good, guys. If you need to make this a little bit easier, you can always bring one foot out. Just a little less resistance for you. But if you can, stay with me on this one band. Good, we've got 10 more seconds, guys. Again, nice and controlled on that downward phase. Really feel the tension through that biceps as you squeeze up. 2, and time. All right, round 1 done. Going into round 2, back to our kneeling overhead press. In 3, 2, 1, let's go. Drive up, squeeze through those shoulders. Good, guys, fully extend at the top. Shoulders down and back, reset at the bottom, and drive it up. Again, remembering that you can do this from a standing position to make it a little bit harder. Or if you wanted to make it a little bit easier, you could also take one knee out. 15 more seconds here, guys. You can keep that control. Keep that core engaged. Breathing out as you press up. Nice deep breath in. Drive it out. 3, 2, and time. All right, coming back into our bent over row. So again, double that band over. Stand on it, at least hip width apart. We're going in 3, 2, 1. Shoulders down and back. Drive it up. Good, guys, nice neutral spine here. We don't see any curving of the back, all right? Set yourself up between each breath if you need to, just to make sure the correct muscles are working here. Good, guys. If you're wanting to make it more challenging, remember you can add a pause in the top. You can really slow it down on the way down. Find out what works for you and really challenge yourself here. How are we feeling, Breezer?
Yeah, feeling it.
Ready for legs again?
I'm absolutely ready for legs again.
5 seconds, guys. 3, 2, and time. Coming into our bicep curls again. I'll just give you a side view now. Remember, supinated, so palms facing up. We're going in 3, 2, 1. Okay, my mouth. So squeeze. Really think about in that shortening position of the biceps there that you're really squeezing. And fully extending down. Good. Make sure your core is engaged. Shoulders down and back. Good. Really fight against that resistance, guys. So slow it down. 15 more seconds. Good, guys. We've got 5, 3, 2, and time. All right, one more round here, and then we'll be going back onto legs. So again, setting yourself up for your overhead press. 2, 1, let's go. You're really driving it up. That's it, guys. Last round here. Focus on keeping that mind to muscle connection here. We really want to squeeze through those shoulders. Squeeze that core. Don't let that back arch as you start to fatigue. Oh, feeling it. 20 more seconds here, guys. Stay with us. Even as you're in this position, guys, squeeze those glutes as well. Everything's super tight. 5 seconds, guys. Come on, last few reps here. 3, 2, and 1. All right. Bent over row. All right, here we go, guys. 3, 2, 1. Squeeze those lats, elbows up. Drive them towards the ceiling. Good. Remember, you can reset each time if you need to. Lats down and back, shoulders away from the ears. Good, really pushing those hips back. Make sure those glutes are on in this position. Again, that will help us to take the pressure away from our lower back if we're feeling it there at all. Engage through that core, keep that spine nice and neutral. 15 more seconds. Good, guys, nearly there. Last few reps here, we've got 5 seconds. 2, and time. Alrighty, one more to go. Finishing off with our bicep curls here. Again, palms facing the ceiling. 2, 1, let's go. Good, guys, set those shoulder blades down and back. Really puff that chest out. Keep the elbows locked in, nice and close to the body. Really squeezing through those biceps.
Oh yeah.
Again, guys, you can get more tension on this band by widening your stance a little bit, making that a little bit harder. Good, 15 seconds here. 10 seconds, last few reps. And 3, 2, and time. Nice work, guys. Grab a drink if you need it. Breeze is going to run you through our next legs component.
All right, so next component that we're working through, you will potentially need all your bands available. So if you do have the luxury of having a heavier one and a lighter one, utilize them both. With the lighter band or the heavier one, up to you. You're going to tie one of them around a post or a pole, a table, something sturdy, okay? We'll be using our body weight to put a bit of resistance on that. And then maybe with your heavier one, we're going to get into it. So movement number 1, we've got a deadlift, okay? So we're going to set on up just like we did with those bent over rows, okay? So you're going to have both feet hip width apart, okay? New side here. Hip width apart, okay? What we want to think about is pushing our hips back, keeping our shoulders back as well, and from head to hip stays incredibly straight. It should look like heels, knees, and then like mid-torso should be all in one straight line, okay? Or even the shoulders, okay? From there, our hips are back. We're keeping that nice straight line from head to hip, and squeeze the glutes and explode and drive them forward, but freeze at the top of that line, okay? So we're not bringing our hips too far forward. We're stacking ankles, knees, hips, and head all in that line. Reversing back at the hips and drive, okay? So this is our deadlift now. As you can see, it's very much a hip hinge movement pattern. So that's movement 1. Movement 2, you're going to hop on into the band that is wrapped around a pole or a table or something of the sort. Ideally, you want to have that band strapped so it's hip height, okay? It's going to be giving you a little bit of resistance and like pulling you backwards, and that is what we are after. Okay, so standing tall, we are going to have our feet hip width apart, leading back with our hips, feeling that pull and the tension of the band. As soon as we feel our hammies lighting up, we squeeze our glutes and we drive them forward, okay? So this time, the difference between the deadlift and this RDL movement, okay, is our knees aren't bending down as much. We're keeping our hips really high, stiff legs as we hinge back and hinge forward, okay? Get that hammy lighting up, squeeze the glutes as we drive them forward. Okay, and then our third and final movement, put onto the ground. Okay, find that space. We're going a single leg glute bridge and we're alternating each rep. So one leg extends up, hips are square, draw the belly button in, drive the glutes on, squeeze up, and then control back down, stop the legs, explode up on the other side, okay? I want you to create that tension through your glutes, through your quads, sorry, through your glutes and through your core to get each movement really, really explosive. All right, so your 3 movements, deadlift, the RDL, and then your single leg glute bridge. 50 on, 10 off, quick transitions. We're going in 10 seconds. All right, I'm gonna do a side on view for y'all.
I'll be front on for
Front
y'all.
on. Let's go. American accents, where'd they come from? Lead with those hips, get those shoulders back. What I want you to think about is like pinning the back of your arms, like your triceps to your lats. So you're creating that tension even in the upper body. Regardless that we are really focusing on this lower body movement, it is a full body effort, full body contraction. Okay, lead those hips, drive them forward. Push those feet into the ground, drive those hips to that midline. Core is tight, glutes are really, really tight at the top. You're drawing in that belly button. You've got 15 seconds to go. Slowly on the way down, and then really drive up. So you're kind of like holding onto that resistance. 5 seconds. Keep that chin tucked, everything straight. And time. All right, hop on in safely but efficiently into the bands. All right, create that tension, start light. If you're unsure, lead with those hips. Squeeze and stand, it feels pretty easy. Take a step forward, give yourself a little bit more tension. All right, head to hip as always. Stay really, really tight and straight. A little cue that I like to give is imagine that you're lifting your bum up towards the roof. You're making your hips as high as possible, so you get that real lengthening through that hammy. But you're getting, although it's lengthening, it's also tightness through that hamstring. And then you can like elastic band, squeeze the glutes, and drive them forward. You've got 10 seconds to go. 3, 2, 1. Finish it off. Safely hop on out onto the ground. We've got our single leg glute bridges. Raise one leg up to the sky. 3, 2, 1. Drive that heel into the ground. Get that first squeeze, first drive with that hip. Good. This is all about that nice mind-muscle connection. Mind-muscle connection to the working muscle that we're working on. In particular is our glutes, but I want you to really think about squeezing in through your core, driving everything in like a corset. And then as that heel's in the ground, starting to light up through that hammy as well, and then do a nice back line, engaging each rep. Keep those hips really steady. You've got 12 seconds to go. Drawing it in, keeping those hips very steady now. Try not to wobble around. 3, 2, 1. Nice work. To your feet. Resistance band. We're going into our second round. Deadlifts now. On top of those bands, feet hip width apart, shoulders back. Drive those lats in. Squeeze the glutes. Explode forward. Nice. Lead those hips. I want your hips to be the first thing to break back, and the first thing that's driving you up into a standing position. Alright, so you're not leading with your shoulders, you're leading with those hips coming forward. Because you're so rigid from head to hip, the whole body has this really nice explosive stand. Nice, guys. If you are finding this really quite challenging and maybe your band's a little bit too heavy, you can go single strap, okay? And then have a little bit more of a play over your resistance, okay? Otherwise, 3, 2, 1. Hopping on into your IDLs. Very, very backline focus here. Let's get going. 50 seconds. Your hammies and glutes will be feeling really quite warm. And even your core maybe starts to get a little bit fatigued. So really draw it in, because that's probably one of the most important features of these incline movements. Keeping that midsection in and tight. forwards or back if you want a little bit more resistance. Good. Maybe as you hinge over, see what are the knees doing. If they dive in, just push them out, open up to the hip so you can get the entire hamstring grip to engage. You've got 10 more seconds to go. Slow hinge back, explode forward, squeeze at the top. 3, 2, 1, work. All right, we've got our single leg glute bridges to the ground. How are you feeling, Beth?
Good. Glutes are absolutely on fire again. It's good though.
As we drive each leg, make sure you're stepping through the hips first. There's no point in rushing. I'd rather you take the time, set the feet, and then engage everything. Get that midsection tight. Make sure you're not arching or leading with your belly button. You're leading with your hip bones up to the sky, one straight line, pretty much from your torso to your knees. Squeeze and drive. You got 15 seconds to go now, guys. Doing really well. Keep that mind muscle connection. Hopefully no one's tuned out after the bicep curls. 3, 2, 1. Good stuff. Let's go into our final round. Let's make it the best one yet. Grab that resistance. If you've been taking shortcuts, all right, let's lock it in. All right, get yourself a little bit more tension. Let's get it. 50 seconds now. Hips back and down. Control on that descent. Shoulders back and then explode. Nice strong grip. Shoulders back. Lead with those hips. Draw that belly button in. Exploding forward. Take your time on the way down. Remember to keep those shins vertical, heels, knees, and then torso all in one straight line. Not falling too far forward or too far backwards. Got 8 seconds to go. Let's finish it off. 1 or 2 more reps now. 3, 2, 1. Good work. Hardy hours. If you're up for it, take a little step further than you have been. Give yourself a bit more tension on the bands. Let's get it. 50 seconds. Feet are set, hip width apart, hinge, and explode. Take your time, feel those hammies light up, squeeze and go. If you are starting to feel like you're not actually feeling your hammies anymore, just be aware as soon as you start rounding through the spine, your hammies lose all that tension. So hips high, back flat, and then once you feel those hammies on, maybe sink in it for a microsecond before you explode forward. And that's going to give you best bang for your buck with the resistance band that you're using. We've got 15 seconds to go. Good, 10 seconds now. Lead with those hips, squeeze with those glutes. Hammies high, hips high. 3, 2, 1. Nice stuff. Let's hop on out. One more. Final reps of these glute bridges, single leg, going in 3, 2, 1. Set the feet, drive on up. Squeezing the glutes out. Keeping those hips high. With that core set really engaged, really tight, drawing that belly button in, creating that intra-abdominal pressure. And then squeezing the glutes as you drive your heels down to the ground, lifting those hips high. And we've got 15 seconds to go. Keep working through, keep that focus. Easy to fall out of it now, but draw your attention back to the work you're doing here. 8 seconds. Finish strong. 4, 3, 2, 1. Whew. Great stuff, guys. All right, Beth, you're going to take us to our final component.
Leave it on.
Yep, leave it on.
All right, legs are done, guys. Now to finish off our upper body, so you can actually leave the bands on your anchor point, okay? And we're just going to adjust them as necessary through each exercise here. So We are working through our posterior chain again here with a little bit of triceps as well at the end. So our first exercise is our straight arm lat pull down. So what we want to do is set the resistance band up a little bit higher than normal. So just adjust it as you go and get comfortable with the movement. Then from there, we want a little soft break in our elbows, okay? Try not to lock out too much. And then the name of the exercise is straight arm, but we always want to have a little soft bend. And we're going to set ourselves up in a hinge position. All right, retract through our lats, all right? So shoulders away from the ears, and then we're bringing that resistance band, see I'm a little bit far out, bringing that resistance band down towards our quads, and then controlling it back up. All right, so down and back, squeeze those shoulders, squeeze those lats, control, really feel through tension through your lats here, and control it back. Then from there, we're going into our face pulls, okay? So we'll bring it a little bit lower, up to about eye level height. Again, adjust if you're not feeling it in the correct area. But what we want to do is feel it through our rear delts here, so the back of our shoulder. We want to, again, squeeze those shoulders down and back, and then we're going to drive that band, elbows out nice and wide. Really squeeze and pause here, control it back. So you're bringing that band to your neck, all right, or just to below the chin. So making sure that we're not hunched here, all right? Set those shoulders back and drive it towards just below your chin. Then from there, guys, we're finishing with our tricep push downs. So our grip is going to a neutral here. All right, and we are going to, sorry, I've got an overhand, I'm not even listening to my own advice. So a neutral grip, all right, so with our face pulls, we'll overhand, then we just want to change it. And again, setting yourself up in a little hinge position, and we're going to keep those elbows nice and close to our body, really squeeze those shoulders back, and then driving straight and squeezing through those triceps, all right? Squeeze down, get that tension through those muscles, and then control it back up. All right, we're good to go?
Oh yeah.
So again, having that, starting with that band up a little bit higher, all right, for our straight arm lat pull downs. We are going in 10 seconds. All right, here we go. So 5 seconds, guys. You've got a neutral grip here on the band. 2 and 1. Lats on, and then pull towards your thighs. Control it back up. Squeeze down, shoulders away from the ears, squeeze through those lats. Obviously, to make it a little bit harder, there's a few different things you can do. You can step away from the ankle point a little bit, or you can really pause in that position there, or you can slow down the tempo on the way back. Good, guys. We've got 20 seconds here. Squeeze and feel through those lats. All these movements really great for our posture. I know a lot of us have been sitting at home, working from home. Good, guys, we've got 5 seconds. 2 and 1. All right, going to our face pulls, so just bring it to about eye height here. Grabbing an overhand position, we're going in 2, 1. So really drive those elbows out. Shoulders down and back, bring that resistance band towards the bottom of your chin, towards your neck. You can reset each time just to get, make sure you're really squeezing through those rear delts and not rounding through those shoulders. Chest up the whole time. Good, guys, we've got about 20 seconds here. This is gonna hurt, I can already tell. Good, really pulling that band apart, elbows as wide as possible. And really puffing that chest out. Control that resistance band back towards the ankle point each time. 3, 2, and time. All right, coming in a little bit closer. I'm gonna lift my band up a little bit. Again, bringing our hands to our neutral position. Going in 3, 2, 1, let's go. Squeeze and pause, guys. Good. Again, really puffing that chest out. Adjust your feet if you need to. Come closer or further away from the ankle point. Really pause and squeeze, straighten through those elbows. So full extension, and then slowly back up. So really fighting that band on the way up through those triceps. Good guys, we've got 20 seconds. That's it. Keep straightening through those arms. Squeeze through those triceps. Gotta have that mind to muscle connection, guys. 5 seconds. 2, 1. Round 1 done. All right, going back to our straight arm lat pull downs, guys. Again, adjust your band if you need to. We're going in 3, 2, 1. So make sure there's tension on that band before you even pull down by driving those shoulders away from your ears and then squeeze. Good, chin tucked, guys. We want to keep that neutral spine. Control on the way back. Make sure that resistance band's coming all the way to your thighs. Again, if you're finding that your arms are bending too much and you're having to pull, just go a little bit lighter. We'll take a step in. Don't have so much tension on the band. We've got 10 seconds. That's it, guys. 5 seconds. 3, 2, 1. Nice. All right, coming into our face pulls, guys. So we're bringing our hands to an overhand position. 2, 1. Let's go.
This is a homage beat.
And bringing that band right underneath your chin there. Pausing in that position. All right. Squeeze through the back of the shoulders there. Sweat is real. Well, guys, reset each rep if you need to. So you notice that I reset, so I fully extend in that full range of motion, shoulders down and back, and then squeeze through those redoubts before I even pull. Good guys, keep those elbows up, so try not to drop them, all right, keep them up. We've got 5 more seconds. 2, and time. All right, tricep push downs. Again, if you want to create more resistance, move the band up or grab a higher point of the band, up to you. There's different ways that you can do it. Let's go. Full extension through those arms, guys. Want to get that full contraction there. Really squeeze. That's it, 20 seconds down, 30 to go here. Puffing that chest out. Make sure we're not rounding through our shoulders here. Keep those elbows tucked, nice and close to the body. 15 seconds. Final 10. Oh well, burning. Keep going, guys, come on, 5. Squeeze, 3, 2, 1. Alrighty, we're on our final lap here. Not lap, round. Alright, we're going back into our lat pull downs, guys. Alrighty, let's go. So soft break in those elbows, driving that band all the way towards your thighs. Pausing in that position, really feeling it through those lats. And squeeze, fighting back that tension on the way back up. Remember, guys, pushing those hips back as well. Want to keep a nice neutral spine. If you can on this last round through, guys, take a step further away from the anchor point. Challenge yourselves a little bit more. 10 seconds. Shoulders away from the ears. 3, 2, and time. All right, face pulls, last round here. Set yourselves up, guys. We're going in 5, 3, 2, 1. Let's go. Good, guys. Squeeze through those rear delts to the back of our shoulders. Keep those elbows up nice and high. So even before I pull, remember I'm getting tension on that band. Pulling those shoulders away from my ears. Squeezing through the back there. Bringing that band to just below my chin. 20 seconds to go here. Good guys, nearly there. Remember that mind to muscle connection, where you want to feel this movement. The elbows up, 5 seconds. 3, 2, and time. All right, moving that band up if you need to, guys. We're finishing off with our tricep push down in 3, 2, 1. Let's go. Good guys, feeling it back through the back of our arms here. Full extension. Really create tension. Don't give up yet, guys. We're so close. Good, squeeze. That's it, guys. Keep those elbows tucked, chest up, shoulders down and back. Nearly there, team. Keeping it controlled. We've got 20 seconds to go here. 15, guys. Really squeeze through those triceps. We've got 10 to go. Last few reps. And 3, 2, and time. Oh. Hope you guys enjoyed that workout. I know we definitely did. You can get so much out of a resistance band, and they're so versatile and so easy to regress and progress. Yeah, I really enjoyed that workout. Thank you guys. Anything from Breezer?
No, awesome work, guys. Thanks for following along with us, and let us know how you go.
Thanks, legends.